All right, this is Donnie.
And Sandra.
And we are coming to you from Dan Nicholas Park in Rowan County. This is our hometown. And we are presently sitting at the Dale Earnhardt Forest, I think is what they call it. The entrance to Dan Nicholas Park is right over here. Right off of Bringle Ferry Road, you'll come in. And then if you keep going straight, you'll run into the campground. We're going to talk about the campground here in just a minute. But if you'll make a right before you, there's like a little intersection right there. If you take a right, that will take you to a lot of areas as far as like the playground. They've got some picnic tables out there. There's like a little zoo out there, a splash pad, merry-go-round, gym mine, or gym, I think gym mine, gym mine. What? The train, yeah, of course, the train.
The
pond, all types of goodies out there. And so now we've done a review on the campground before. If you guys want to just check out our playlist on campgrounds, you will see that. And we also have done a video about the Carolina Thread Trail. There is a Carolina Thread Trail out here, guys, and we did that hike. If you guys want to check that out, just look for the Dan Nicholas Park trail for the Carolina Thread Trail on my playlist on YouTube. You will see that. And so I'll have some links in the description below for my YouTubers and my Facebook people. If you just look into the description above, you can hit those links and that will take you directly to those videos. And so, I just want to also point out, check out their website. One of the links I'll have you is the Dan Nicholas Park website. And I've noticed the campground has done a video, pretty good video. I don't think there's any talking in it, but they are showing you the sites, all the camping sites. And so check that out. I think they did a pretty good job, and that will give you an idea of what you're looking at. Now, the campground for my RVers, it's not full hookup. It's just water and electric only. But guys, you can stay here. I was checking out the website before we came here. You can stay at that campground for a whole week for $210. And that's for my RVers. Now, I think it's a little bit higher. I think it's $320 maybe, $310 or $320 for the cabins if you want to do that for a week. But, that's a good deal to stay somewhere for an entire 7 days for only $210. And so, but the only thing is you will have to have some way of dumping your tanks out. Not unless you got a camper that doesn't have facilities at all. And you have to use the facilities that they have. But the shower house, if I remember correctly, I don't know if they've done any updating. I didn't look at it before we came here. But they got a pretty good shower house. And the shower heads were good. They have what you need to do to get the business done. And so, but right over here, I'm looking at the tennis courts, and they have little urinals, not what do you call it? Outhouses, porta potties,
porta johns.
Porta johns. I'll get here right here in a minute. And they have those out here. And so, but this area right here, big old field, you can play frisbee and all types of stuff out here. Looks like somebody's setting up
a picnic or something.
Picnic. They're fixing to have a picnic over here. And
but place to bring your dogs like we have.
Yes, we have the puppies. Yeah. The puppies with us. Sandra and I are in our chair here. Really nice chair. I don't even know the name of it. I don't have the. Here it is. Here's move forward. Move forward. It's called a lippert. And it's a two-person chair. Let me tell you what, guys, we've been through a number of these things, and what usually happens with these chairs is they'll rip right here because of our weight. Then this thing right here is built thick.
Yes.
It's built thick, but it'll fit 2 people, and it's got drink holders. And what I usually do is I'll take the dog's leashes and I'll hook them right in here.
I think that's a wine glass holder.
It may be a wine glass holder, but I will put either, like if we're sitting out at nighttime somewhere, I'll hang my headlamps right there also, but I will hook the dog's leashes around that and let them down and let them just kind of just walk around here. And that's a darn good dog leash holder. And so, but going back to the campground, if you have some type of cassette, gray tank cassette that you can take to the actual dump station, they do have a dump station, then you can dump your tanks and then, you know, come on back. Now, with Sandra and I in the motorhome, what we do is anytime that we don't have a sewer hookup, we usually say 2 days max. 2 days max, and
we don't use the shower in there.
And we don't use the shower whenever we do that.
And we eat off of paper plates.
Eat off of paper plates. We try to conserve water. Basically conserve water. Now, I will say this. If we're conserving water real good enough, I think we could stay a 3rd day. That may be something we may have to experiment in the future and see. And so, but usually on our trips, for those of you that's been following us on our 100 county challenge in North Carolina, to stay at all 100 counties in North Carolina, presently we have 55 done. 55 done. 45 more to go, and we have done it. But what we normally do, guys, is some of the places we stay are boondocking, where you're not hooked up to nothing. And so usually 2 nights we can do, and then we try to have a campground after that. So we'll do boondocking first and then campground after that. Sometimes we'll boondock just 1 night, and then we'll go to the campground the next night. I think on the last trips, I think we did 2 nights on boondocking, and our 3rd one was a campground with a hookup. And so, you know, it's just the way. I will say this, since we've gotten the motorhome, it has taught us to conserve, how to conserve. Now, I'll say this, we were gone one time so long, it was darn near 2 weeks. Now, that's long for us. But when I got back to the house and was running the spigot in the sink, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to rip a hole through the sink. And I wasn't used to it. I'm used to the power that's coming through the spigot in the motorhome. And I'll say that right now, that's plenty of water.
Oh yeah.
And it's taught us guys how to conserve water. And we have.
We definitely conserve water.
We conserve water like crazy at the house. And so I have brought the water bill down $15 to $20 a month. A month. Because of some of the things that I do. Whenever I get hot water in the sink, I will have a gallon jug underneath it, and when the water starts turning hot, then I cut the water off, and sometimes I can have darn near a quarter to a half a gallon of water. And what I do is I pour that water into a 3-gallon jug, and whenever we're washing clothes, I will pour that water into the washing machine, and it doesn't fill up as much, and I'm not wasting water.
And we also use that water to water plants outside, fill the bird baths, that kind of stuff.
Yep, we'll do that. And I will also use that water to make tea.
Yeah.
I'll make tea with it, and I'll put it in our drinking bottles, and I'll put it in the dog's water bottle. But guys, I've saved $15 to $20 a month in water just by doing that. And that's all coming from, golly, I've been doing that for years now. For several years now, I've been enacting this, but from the motorhome, you know, because when you have the motorhome, you put in the water, your groceries, and all that stuff. Well, you've got to conserve that until next time you can get to a grocery store or anything like that. And so most of you that have RVers or campers and stuff like that know just how hard it is just to get into a parking lot. And so, but anywho, again, we're just sitting here enjoying the day. and we just thought, hey, let's do a little video and share some things with you. And but you guys check out Dan Nicholas Park. I swear, if it's $210 for a week, take you $300. Take you $300, and that's take $210 off for the campground. The other $90, you are going to come home with money. You are literally going to come home with money.
Oh, you could easily spend
less
than $250 and do all the things out here with your family.
Yeah, $250. You're right. You're right. You know, I like to think big. I like to think big, and so
you want to do all the things several times.
But yeah, $250. You're right. You extra $40.
You get in the zoo, ride the train,
Yeah.
carousel, gem mine.
Yeah,
all that.
Yeah, you get into all the goodies that they have here with that extra $40, and so you know,
have you a snack at the snack bar?
Have you a snack at the snack bar, and just have yourself some fun out here. And so, but yeah, Dan Nicholas Park, you could easily stay out here a week easily and find something to do. They even allow you to fish out here. Yep. You do have to have a fishing license. I'm not for sure if it's catch and release,
it's catch and release.
Is it catch and release?
Yeah.
I do know at one point in time there was a fine, a huge fine, if you took fish out of the pond. I got a big old bass one time out of the pond. It was dying, and I was taking pictures of the ducks out here, and I saw something ripple in the water, and it wasn't dead yet. They told me I could tie it to a pier. I had to wait on that thing to die, because it was several $100s for the fee, for the fine. And when it died, I took it to a taxidermist and had it mounted. That sucker was huge, absolutely just monstrous. But at any rate, guys, we're going to enjoy the time here with the puppies. And but we just wanted to share this little momentary ceasefire and a little sit-down time, as we call it. And but be looking forward. We're taking some downtime from our travels, probably for a couple months. But we got some Carolina thread trails that we're wanting to do, and so you guys be looking forward to those. And we'll share some of our antics and the little things that we get ourselves into and what we see and all. But you guys take care. We love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.